It's a beautiful area.
Okay, are we ready?
You know, do it while you know.
Staff, are we ready?
Tomorrow.
Thanks.
Are we ready? We're good? Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order the Village of Biscayne Park Code Compliance Board meeting for Wednesday, November 19th. The time is 6:01. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Janie Anderson, Dale Belton,
Present.
Rodolfo Barrientos, Judy Hammerberg, Michael Lanat,
Here.
Doreen C. Grant, Rafael Gutierrez, Vanessa Cherry present.
This is a meeting of the Village of Biscayne Park Code Compliance Board. The board is authorized pursuant to Chapter 14 of the village's Land Development Code to ensure compliance with the village's Code of Ordinances. The members of the board are citizens and residents of the Village of Biscayne Park. We volunteer our time, and we are not paid for our services. The purpose of each hearing is to give any alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decision of the code compliance officer, which resulted in the issuance of a notice of violation, and to determine whether a violation of the village's code has occurred or is occurring. We are not authorized to dismiss violations based on hardships, ignorance, or the fact that others may be guilty of the same violation. These hearings are conducted in a quasi-judicial manner. Our responsibility is to act much like a judge in a court, and that is to hear cases presented by the village's code compliance officers and to hear contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violators. We are not authorized to change the code. The Village Commission is solely authorized to enact or revise codes. Conversely, neither the commission nor the village manager have the authority to overrule the findings of the board. Pursuant to Chapter 162 of Florida statutes, orders of the board can only be appealed to the Circuit Court of Miami-Dade County. We have the authority to assess and order the payment of civil penalties. We issue orders having the force of law to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance and to assess administrative costs. In order to make a finding upholding the code compliance officer's decision, we must find that there is substantial competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant section of the code as charged. All documentary evidence presented by the parties must be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code compliance officer submits a copy for the hearing file. Each party shall have the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues, even though that matter was not covered in the direct examination, to impeach any witnesses regardless of which party first called them to testify, and to rebut the evidence against them. If you intend to address the board and haven't signed in, please do so. Anyone wishing to address the board, please stand. Raise your right hand so you may be sworn in. You are reminded that this board is a quasi-judicial board and giving false testimony can be penalized.
Please stand up. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Should we take the first case that the officer is here for, please?
Okay. Change that order. That's case number. It's 7.3.
I'm sorry, 7.
7.3. That changes the whole game now. The item number. Okay. Good, good evening. My name is Doreen Grant, Co-Director for the Village of Biscayne Park. The first case on the agenda is under Section 7, and it's item number 7.3. It's for the address 1016 Northeast 114th Street. It's for case number CE 25-0805. Property owner is 1016 Northeast 114th Street LLC, and in care of their registered agent, Northwest Registered Agent LLC. We are asking for an order of enforcement, finding of fact. They were found to be in violation of section 19.1.15A, short-term rental vacation programs and penalties. Into the evidence, we enter police report number PD 250920000760, which was issued on September 20th, 2025 at 0038 hours, which is 38 minutes after midnight, for a loud party, and we're asking for $1,000 penalty. I would like to bring to the attention of the board that the witness subpoenaed by the chair of the board, Officer George Remedios, is present, badge number 00249, to testify.
Sir, would you come forward? Thank you.
Property owner? Property owner is present.
If you would come to the podium, I'd like the officer to come forward, sir.
Sure. Good afternoon. So on Friday, September 20th,
So for the record, and only because, we're on
can you hear me now? Better?
tape and audio, if you would identify yourself.
So on Friday, September 20th at 0038 hours, I was dispatched to 1016 Northeast 114th Street, which is listed as an Airbnb short-term rental property in reference to a loud party.
Who's that?
Upon arrival, I heard loud music coming from the rear of the residence. I made contact with the primary renter, Mr. Alain Peña Dominguez, who stated they were having a small party to celebrate a birthday. Mr. Dominguez immediately complied with my orders and information of the village ordinance regarding loud parties. He turned off the music and advised all his guests to keep their voices down. A verbal warning was issued. No other action was taken.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for the board?
Yeah, I had one for the officer. You said it was 003 that you were dispatched?
0038.
Okay, that's military time, or
So that's
that'd be the same as regular time, right?
1238. That would be midnight.
Oh, 0038, like,
Is
okay, so 12:30.
38 minutes after midnight.
Okay, because were you the author of the police report?
Was
Okay, because I'm just looking at it and it just says the incident time, it said 1 o'clock, which I guess would be 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Yes. So that would probably be when the report was actually entered into the system.
Okay, so where do you enter the report, from your car?
From the vehicle, yes.
Okay, so you would have typed this into something on your vehicle?
Type everything in, put in the information of the renter, his phone number, first name, last name, date of birth. And then I'd have to type a little story of what happened that night.
Okay, so basically you were there at 12:38 and by 1 AM you were filling out your report. So all the stuff in your narrative would have already occurred?
Yes.
Okay, so what are we talking about there? 22 minutes?
After 20 minutes, the music was off and I was gone.
Okay.
Report was submitted.
So soup to nuts, beginning to end, about 20 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you just testified that you heard loud music coming from the pool area of the residence, correct? And was that, where were you in relation to the house at that point?
Right in the front yard. As soon as I walked up, I heard music
On 114th?
on 114th Street.
Okay.
The house has, the windows are clear straight through, so you can see everybody jumping in the pool
Okay.
and the big speaker with the lights and all that.
All right. And you spoke to Mr. Dominguez?
Yes, sir.
And is Mr. Dominguez here?
Mm,
Do you
Oh, sir. He was just a renter.
Okay.
He's from out of
Oh,
town.
he's not here. Okay. But there was immediate compliance and you asked him to lower it. My next question for you, Doreen, you recommending $1,000 fine, right?
That's correct.
And what is the basis of that?
It's a violation of the short-term rental code, in which they are not allowed to be making any kind of noise.
It's a zero tolerance, one time only, you're getting banged for $1,000, or is this a multiple offense?
It's zero tolerance because this is a short-term rental, it's a business.
Okay. All right, officer, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, officer. Sir, if you would identify yourself and your relationship to the property?
How you doing? My name's Alfredo Montesinos. I am the property manager of the property in reference that we're here for.
Anything you'd like to say and offer?
Yeah, basically, I mean, basically like that, since, you know, like that's why we brought the officer in. Obviously, it was complied really quickly after the report. Obviously, you know, that's not what we're intend to do in our business, and we've never had any other issues. We do have devices in the property that alert us via email or text. They're called Noise Aware. We have them in place, so we do get alerted. We're always on top. We have a service that's 24 hours to monitor these things. I feel like $1,000 is very excessive. So if there's anything you could do as far as like even the amount, I'm not saying it didn't occur. Obviously, it did. That's something we practice and we really do diligence of who we rent to.
That is the amount, sir, that is actually in our ordinance. And there is really zero tolerance for noise after the appropriate hour.
I had a couple questions for you. Now, you indicate that you have a security system of some sort that alerts you when the noise reaches a certain decibel level? And what's the decibel level that it reaches?
Look it up. I don't know off the top of my head. And then we put perimeters of time. to
Okay, so did you receive any report at or around 12:38 a.m. on September 20th, 2025?
I did not. We didn't place a call that night, to be quite honest.
So you never got anything on your device?
That we might have got it, maybe it was like just one of those times that you fell through the cracks, right?
Well, here's the issue that, you know, because you came up here and you're testifying that, hey, we got all these things in place and, you know, we're trying to, you know, do the best we can, but, you know, you came in on a violation that you knew about and you can't even say whether your system was even working that night.
No, it was definitely working.
Well, then you should be able to say that, hey, this thing was working. I got it at 12:37 and I was on the phone getting this thing down and the cops just happened to get there. That'd probably be a more persuasive story. Well, I'm just saying that you don't know whether it's a lie or not because you never checked, right?
No, I know we didn't get it.
You never got,
We got it, we never called.
okay, so
I don't answer the phone at midnight.
then it doesn't really make a difference whether you got a system or not, you know, until, you know, the officer gets there. So I heard.
No, noise ordinance goes into effect as of 11 p.m. So they were an hour and a half outside of the noise ordinance.
I believe any more questions?
No, my only question was, am I correct in that the, a call came into, the police department, that's why he was dispatched? From a
That's correct.
neighbor, that's what, so it would have been prior to
Anyone like to make a motion?
12:38. That's when the officer arrived.
That's right. So I said, did you get a call at 12:37 or before, or something on your indicator that he never checked, so he never knew? So, your system only works as good as you utilize it, right?
Okay, we're ready for a motion?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion on case number CE-25-0805 that a violation did occur and to affirm the $1,000 penalty as per the ordinance.
I'll second.
Date of payment? Pay by date?
Oh, and to pay by what
December
dates?
1st?
December 1st.
We got a second from Janie?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
The next item is in section 7 of the agenda, and it's item number 7.10. It's for the address 11929 Northeast 6th Avenue, case number CE 25-0739. Property owner is Stanislav Ivanov. We're asking for an order of enforcement and finding of fact found to be in violation of section 18.4.1 and 4, permitted days and hours of construction. They were working on a Sunday.
What's the item number, 7.5?
It's 7.10. I would like to enter into the record. Police report number BP 250-831-0000716. They were working on Sunday. The date was 8/31/2025 at 8:51 a.m. I would also like to alert the board that the witness that was subpoenaed by the chair of the board, Sergeant Luis Sanchez, is on Zoom. He is flying from Madrid. I hope we can get him. And wasn't able to appear in person.
That's fine. So he's here.
He's in the air, yes.
Okay.
Madrid.
Well, I'm not in the air. I fly out tomorrow morning at 4:30 my time.
Sorry, that's the message I got.
It's okay.
I can't see him. Is he,
Thank you for being here.
can you guys see him? I don't,
His, we see his name.
no, but can we get you on camera? There you go. Okay. Sergeant, how you doing?
Good, and you?
Doing well. Thanks for
Thanks.
being here.
No problem.
Sergeant, if you'd like to go ahead and give your testimony.
Yes, ma'am. On Sunday, August 31st, 2025, at approximately 8:24 a.m., units were dispatched to 11929 Northeast 6th Avenue in reference to a neighbor dispute involving construction activity. Upon arrival, officers could hear a concrete mixer operating and observed workers on the south side of the property. Contact was made with Marvin Miranda, an employee of Sanchez Plastering. Mr. Miranda was advised that the construction work is prohibited on Sundays pursuant to village ordinance. He stated that he was unaware of the restriction and explaining that the homeowner had informed him work could be performed on that day. The concrete mixer was immediately shut down and no further work was conducted. Mr. Miranda and the workers collected their tools and belongings and departed the location without incident.
Sergeant, I had a couple questions for you. Can you
Okay,
hear me? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, great. So am I to understand your testimony correctly that there was you were dispatched because of a dispute that was going on, like kind of like looking like two
It's-
neighbors fighting?
Well, when they dispatches as a neighbor dispute. Obviously, is due to the construction. That's how Miami-Dade County dispatches us as a neighbor dispute.
But the bottom line is that once you got there, you realized that it was a neighbor versus an employee of a company that was working on a Sunday when he's not permitted to work on a Sunday, that was in a dispute with the guy.
Well,
lives in Biscayne Park?
the neighbor was not in dispute. The neighbor just called in a complaint of construction being worked on.
Okay. So it wasn't a dispute when they were out there fighting with each other?
No, sir.
Okay. But the neighbor called and said, hey, somebody's working next door and it's a Sunday and they're not supposed to
Correct.
be working.
Yep.
Okay. And you spoke to that neighbor, to that resident?
Nope.
Okay. So once you got there, you encountered the employee?
Yes.
And the employee, you also saw and heard for your own ears the cement mixer going?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have. Sir?
Any other questions?
No.
Sir, if you would, thank you, Sergeant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, if you would identify yourself and your relationship to the property?
Yes, sure. My name is Stanislav Ivanov. I'm the property owner.
So were you there that day?
No, I was not.
Okay, do you have anything to dispute what the sergeant just testified to?
I was not aware, and I did not give the clear instructions to that it's allowed to work on Sunday. The work on the house was contracted actually to another company, who I assume now subcontracted the workers who were on site, and they didn't even notify me that they're going to be there on Sunday.
But the bottom line is you don't have anything to dispute what the sergeant has just testified to. Is that correct?
I was not there, so I cannot. dispute
Okay,
that.
all right.
I got the call from a neighbor as well, and I reached out.
Okay.
Actually, I got it around 8.
So you were told by the neighbor, just like the sergeant was, that somebody's working on your property? Okay,
Text message from a neighbor who called, I assume, the police officer, and she texted me. So I replied right away, immediately to her. I apologize. I mean, you can read it if you want.
no, unfortunately for you, is that you have what they would consider in the eyes of the law a non-delegable duty with regard to your own property. So by the fact that somebody did something on your property that they weren't supposed to, that you weren't aware of, doesn't exonerate the fact that that occurred.
Company who I directly contracted. So people that were on site were subcontractors of the company that I.
Well, whatever happens here today, you may be able to go back to them and say, hey, you know, I have a contract, there's an indemnity provision that says that if you guys, you know, screw up and I get in trouble for it, you're going to pay it back. So, but that's not really what our job is today.
So when I brought
The
this up,
onus, I'm sorry, the onus does always fall on the property owner, but that doesn't mean you can't approach your contractor and say, how did you not know this? You've cost me money and worked something out. But again, it kind of always falls back to the owner. But I would suggest reaching out to your contractor.
I did. I asked him to appear here as a witness to confirm that the work was not, they weren't working. They intended to work. Maybe they, I wasn't there, so maybe they started the mixer. But once the Nancy, the neighbor, called in and I find out, I immediately called everyone I could.
Well, I think first of all, a redeeming thing for you as a property owner is, number one, you're here. Number two, that you have communication with your neighbor to the extent that they called you and said, this is what's going on. Unfortunately, they called the police and they got involved, and that's why we're here. And you're here dealing with it tonight. So, you know, you should be commended as a resident that, you know, has done those things. But, you know, we're really here to decide something that occurred that we just heard sworn testimony to that's not in dispute. And it all supports the elements of a violation of this code. And I imagine we're going to take a vote on it in a minute and find out what the deal is.
When I brought this up to the contractor company, they mentioned they couldn't see anything clear stated in the code. That's why they assumed that the work could be done. But we
Do
only
you have any other questions?
when this incident occurred. So
Judy?
as far as I could.
Right.
If there are no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion on case number CE-25-0739, that the property is that there was a violation and assess a fine of $250 and administrative fee of $250 to be paid by 12/10.
12:10.
Yes.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Maybe you could take this to your contractor, as we were saying, and say, this is your problem. And he should be here telling you that, telling us that it's a vague interpretation and, you know, try to make a motion on that.
Here, they didn't make it. But I did take the measures. The neighbor sent me the printout from the code. Just put it on a window, so not
Good.
everybody, because these people usually show up when it's more convenient for them. So at least now they have it.
No holidays either.
No.
Communication, you know, with your neighbors is key, and that hopefully will make it so we never see each other again, except maybe on the streets as I walk in the morning.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next case.
Say thank you.
In section 8 of the agenda, I'm sorry, section 6. Section 6 of the agenda, and it's item number 6.8. 6.8,
Point eight,
yes. And it's for the address 11872 Griffin Boulevard. The case number is CE-25-0426. Property owner is Jacqueline Marquet Runquist. We were going to ask for an intent to lien. They were found to be in violation of Chapter 5.6 off-street parking. The driveway did not meet the design standards as set forth in this section. They have, however, paid for the permit today. The permit has been issued. They have a $10,000 fine outstanding, and it will be up to this board to advise them on how they can move forward. They are in compliance with the violation.
You mean the violation is they got a permit,
Correct. The permit
It's
was
not-
issued today.
so nothing's done yet.
daily is up to.
$10,750.
My understanding, I mean, listen, I met you all here earlier this year. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I need you, please, sir, even though you've been here before, to identify
Sure.
yourself.
My name is
and
John Marquette.
The property.
I'm the brother to Jacqueline Marquette of the house. I originally met all of you earlier this year, and we were behind, which was our fault. And then you guys gave me a time frame to get a permit, which was a period of time which I thought would be no problem. But it took far longer than I anticipated. One, I made a mistake of hiring the wrong contractor initially, which set me back 3 weeks. Then I hired an architect to help me get this through, because I had no idea how complex this was. So I had to hire an architect to get this through. And then we discovered we didn't have a survey, so I had to get a surveyor, and it happened to be during that period, it was raining every day. I couldn't get him to go out there. So I apologize for these delays. I am in compliance now. I of course, would desire some reduction in the fine. I had all the best intentions to achieve this. So
Well, what we could do, board is amenable, is stop the daily fines as of today.
Mhm.
Then, once the project is completed and finalized, you can come back in front of us for a fine reduction.
okay,
Can't touch that until
I can't.
project is
I
done.
understand. I appreciate that consideration.
If the board is amenable,
I
we can certainly.
greatly appreciate that. It's very fair.
Yeah.
And we got the permit today. My contractor, I think we're in compliance. He can start Monday. And so I will keep you posted on that. Okay. Again, I greatly thank you for your consideration.
Questions from- In that case, I will make a motion in CE 25-0426. The property owner has now come into compliance by securing a permit. Daily fines will stop as of today's date. And once the project is completed and finalized, the property owner, if they so choose, will come back for a fine reduction.
Thank
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
thank you
Thank you,
all.
sir, and good
very
luck.
much.
Mr. McKay, could you hold on? I have one more case to read onto the record. It's under section 7 and it's 7.9.
Just give me a second to make my notes. Neil, did you second? I'm sorry, item number again?
7.9.
Number 9, thanks.
It's for the address 11872 Griffin Boulevard, case number CE-25-0605, same property owner. We were going to ask for an order of enforcement. They were found to be in violation of Chapter 16.13.1, exterior paint. I'm glad to report to the board that they are now in compliance with this violation and asking the board to close the case.
And no questions, I'll go ahead and make a motion. I don't think we really need to hear from the property owner.
Just give me a chance. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No.
Okay.
No, only.
Be fair, we have to,
For the
to
consideration.
give him a chance.
Thank you. In case
ready.
number CE-25-0605, that the permit has been pulled and is in compliance, and to close the case.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Good luck.
Next item is in section 8 of the agenda, and it's item number 8.2. It's for the address 11638 Northeast 7th Avenue, and it's for case number CEN-24-21, Patrice Cohen and Elizabeth Anton. They are here for a fine reduction found to be in violation of section 16.5.1 carport permit. The existing carport was built without a permit. Happy to report that they are now in compliance with this violation. The total amount owing is $55,250. Their offer is $200. Our recommendation is $5.
And this is, this is,
Quickly, Michael, I've got a couple of questions. Does everyone have the backup material from the first two times we heard the case? From, I believe it's January and June of this year.
yes. Well, I have a personal recollection of it. This is when he was going all over the place trying to get somebody to give him some kind of architectural drawings that says that it would handle a hurricane. And it was a big problem. But I have $138,000. Was this updated or something like that?
Was updated. That was an error.
Oh, the error. Is that what you emailed today?
Emailed the second package.
Got it.
Okay, you should have all the new,
Yeah, I got it. So you finally got it?
Yeah. Yeah, hi, Patrick Cohen, 11638 Northeast 7th Avenue. Sorry for the kid, I'm on daddy duty tonight.
give us just a second, let the board,
You asked me.
just
Yeah, I did. I did ask him a question, so I'm sorry.
Sorry.
just a sec, Michael. Just to clarify a couple of things that are on the fine reduction request. As far as the price, sir, that you paid for the permit, please remember that includes the double permit fee, because it was an after-the-fact permit, because the work had been done without one. So that makes a significant difference. And quite honestly, with the exception of landlord permits and garage sales, you probably won't find a $100 permit. So just kind of want to make that clear, since this is on a public record. The permit is all pooled and properly paid for, is that, that's correct?
That's correct. Mhm.
And the case was open, bear with me, originally in February of last year.
Mhm. That's
But if I
correct.
remember the homeowner's testimony from before, the issue of him obtaining the permit wasn't due to a lack of diligence. It was due to lack of finding somebody that would certify a structure that was as beautiful and as unique as the one that he has to handle hurricane force winds, if I understand, if my memory is correct.
Yeah. Do I have to name myself again? So yeah, the issue was like, not the fines were occurring while I was in the process of working on, so I've had, I think, 10 plan revision, and every revision was, I think, $100 or something like that.
50.
50, so maybe more than 10 revisions, and the fines kept occurring even though I was working with the city to try to, and I thought last meeting that the fines would be put on hold while I was.
If you look at the back and forth that we have, for example, in the backup from the January meeting, if you look at the back and forth, building made it very clear they needed either the NOA or they needed signed and sealed structural drawings and calculations prepared by a structural engineer. They needed one of those two things. What, if you look further down, what you see in response from building is uploaded document shows product specification, not calculations. So there was a consistent problem. The village would tell you what they needed, and what they were getting, according to what we have here, was not what they asked for.
But every time that I eventually submitted the correct plans, and the village or the building department would send me notes, not, this is not right, this is not right. And every time that they would send notes in red, those would be addressed and new notes would come. And that back and forth went on for months until they got the final plans, and at which point they said, oh, no, these plans are not, we have to start from scratch. But every time I submitted plans, I was getting charged. So I did answer to everything. So I finally wrote a letter to the village manager. He's like, he looked into it, he's like, yeah, it's not normal that we're asking you to make all these changes and you do all these changes. Cody, stop 2 seconds. And that at the end, they said, no, nothing is valid, you have to start from scratch. So it ended up costing me over $1,300 for this permit, which is more than I wish I would have bought it at a place where they had an NOA for Florida, but it was an after the fact thing, so I had to scramble to find. So now I just wanted to get it over with, and I paid already $1,300 plus a 200 extra. I figured 1,500 was good enough. Now, if you guys are not okay with that, then it's just middle ground, and be done with it. I just want to move on from this 2-year ordeal.
I mean, my comments are this, and I do remember you coming in and having issues with getting, somebody to do that. Is that a right
Yeah,
recollection?
Yeah.
Okay. And I remember the last meeting, you were just about to find somebody or whatever. Long story short is you're here now and you've got it behind you. My first comment is that, and I know that there's some municipalities that they put a cap on, they put a cap on how much they can bang you for a fine. We got $55,000. I mean, come on. I mean, it should hit, but that's a discussion for another day.
By the way, I agree with you.
You've offered $200. I know that, in the history of our discussions, at least with this presently constituted board, is that there's a lot of discretion that's provided to Doreen and her team for what they do, and their recommendations are going to be, handled with a lot of weight, at least for me. And I'm just telling you where I'm coming from. I don't know that I've, heard a number lower than $500 ever for you, and I think that you look at it from the perspective of what?
The violation itself, the violation fine is $250, and the administrative cost. This violation has been open for 2 years, and as you can see, there's been a lot of back and forth. We brought it to the board. I think this is the 3rd time, and we take all that into consideration, how the violation occurred, the back and forth between them and the building department.
Did you see in your research and coming up with this number that there was that the parties weren't working together, or that he was working in,
He was answering the questions, but when we consider the amount, we are not looking at him not being cooperative. We are looking at how much time it has taken us as staff to work this case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to look through all the backup from the 2 meetings prior to this one. There is a significant amount of staff time.
And what we are asking for is the basic 215 administrative cost and the violation fine of 250.
So the efforts that you all have put into it is the 250,
The 250
right? And the other one is the fine.
is the fine itself, yes.
So, I mean, at least in my mind, and, knowing that this homeowner is, first of all, he did what he did in terms of putting it up. Maybe didn't know that it was, I think that's one of your things that you said. You didn't know that you needed a permit for that, whatever, we all,
Would have saved myself.
There's one
we
way
are,
to be fine.
we are all confronted with that at one point or another, but the bottom line is that once, once he got into that, mode of knowing that he made every effort to comply, but I think that, at least $250 is going to have to be, taken into consideration. And then the question is the fine. But I mean, I would support, $250 and remove the fine aspect of it. I don't know if I'll get support for that, but that's, I'm one of 5.
I would not.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I just remember the number of instances that came back where the code, planning and design, building department had submitted specific things that were required. And I believe it was purchased at a big box store.
Yeah.
And he was going online to download the information and submitting this stuff to the building department. They were saying, no, this is not what is required. Saying, this is what we need. And I believe that happened 2 or 3 times, if not more. And they still weren't getting the response of what they needed.
After the first rejection of those plans that I got on the website of Home Depot and the website of the manufacturer, which is what they this is what they gave me, then I had to go the other route and find an engineer who would come and look at the whole thing and then write up the plans and do it.
Well, and
I
that,
went to 2 or 3 of those engineers that were like just scammed me. It was $500 here, $700 there, $1,000 there. Finally, the last ones, it passed and it went fine. But I spent countless hours and dollars on this thing, and I would have saved you guys and myself the trouble. I don't like coming here and having to fight
Which
with
is
you guys.
avoided if you pulled your permit before doing the work.
Hindsight 2020, obviously, and it's not going to happen again.
Michael, did you want to make a motion?
Well, there is no motion. It's, I mean,
Well, we-
no, you either make a motion to accept the $200 or not.
I'll make the first motion. In the case of CEN 24-21, the property owner is offering $200. I would move not to accept that.
I'll second.
All in favor of not accepting, say aye.
aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. 0.
What that means is that they've rejected your $200. We've rejected your $200. You can, you've heard what people are on this board are inclined to. There's $500 that they're asking for. You're asking for $200, which has been rejected. You know where I stand, and I think these other folks have made it known where they stand.
Just for a correction, I think the village said 5,000.
500.
Okay, thank you. 'Cause I was going, I think that's a little too much.
Yeah.
Because I know you have been cooperating, but it was.
Yeah, and honestly, guys, like if I could be totally frank, I've been living here since 2009 or 10, and I find that sometimes instead of working with the citizens and helping them make things better, I have the work that I did on that house. It was a 1923 house, had no windows, no AC, was pink and purple. And when I started the work, all the houses in the neighborhood looked pretty crappy. And I started the work, and it motivated Kareem, who used to be on this board, to do his house because he was in competition with me. And he did a big house, and then that started off a big movement in the park. And so instead of, I know, but you guys have to work with your citizens and not be so strict, especially for a house that people are trying to make it better. If it was like a junkyard, I'd be like, go ahead.
We have some other cases to hear. Would you like to make,
I mean,
right now it's been denied, it's been denied.
Okay,
Would you like,
that's fine. I'll pay.
200 has been denied.
Can I counter to 350? Is that acceptable? Am I allowed to counter or is?
But that's what we're asking.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, so I'm willing to pay 350.
I would accept that.
Well, no.
I make a motion to accept the 350.
We have a tendency to listen to our code board, our code officers and the time they put in. And I think coming down from 55,000 to 500.
You could have charged me $1 million.
But what she said-
It makes no sense.
But what Doreen said was that the number that is reflected for all the hard work and time that we're recognizing was $250. So that's taken
Plus-
into account.
For the fine.
No, that's a fine, but that has nothing to do with the effort that they had to do in order to bring it here to us today.
Second on Michael's motion for 350. Motion dies for lack of a second.
Thank you, Michael.
You can make another offer if you want. Well, but what you have to do is if you walk out now, your fine is $55,000. She's making a recommendation of 500, and you've heard what folks are saying
Pay the
about that.
500.
Walks are, but then that's it, the fine stays.
No, I'll pay the $500.
Would you like to make an offer of 500? Not what, we have to.
I'd like to make an offer of $500.
I would accept the $500.
That's on case number CEN-24-21.
Thank you, guys.
On,
We have a pay by date
Aye.
tomorrow.
motion passes.
December 19th. December 19th.
December 19th.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Cohen.
Oh, to be paid by
Yeah,
December 19th.
December 19th. Thank you.
The next case is in section 6, and it's 6.5. It's for the address 1015 Northeast 114th Street. It's for the case number CE 25-0195. Property owner is B Park 2 LLC in care of their registered agent, Amaya 1D. We were going to ask for an intent to lien. However, this property is now in compliance. They were initially found in violation of section 16.14.1 double fee permit for 2 brown metal gates that were installed on each side of the property without first obtaining permits. The total fine that has accrued is $15,000. They have made an offer of $100. We are making a recommendation of $1,000.
You said $100?
They're offering 100. We're making a recommendation of $1,000.
Not the same situation where if you read the reasoning, apparently the contractor installed without
First
property
obtain.
owner permission, but again, the onus is on the property owner. You're the ones responsible for everything that contractor does, because it always comes back to haunt you. Questions from the board before I have these gentlemen introduce themselves? Sure. Would you gentlemen please identify yourselves and your relationship to the property?
My name is Juan Amaya. I'm the property owner.
I'm sorry.
My name is Juan Amaya. I'm the property owner. And Matias is helping me solving this problem. Unfortunately, this fence was installed without my permission. I was traveling. That's why I didn't notice that the fence just happened. As soon as I received the notice, I called Matias to help me just solve this problem.
Anything else you'd like to add, sir? So you can sit down.
Hello, I'm Matias Jaramillo. I'm resident of Biscayne Park 2 and a contractor. And since he received the violation, he called me and started like working the paperwork to get the permit and resolve the issue. And we already resolved the issue, passed final inspections, and it's done.
I just-
But you're,
Efforts
is this, but
doesn't even account for the violation fine or the administrative costs. I wouldn't be comfortable.
nor would I, and if you sat here and saw the last folks, you can kind of see where people won't go past or lower too. But my question is this, because you said something that I need to square with what I'm looking at, because isn't the fine $15,500?
It's $15,000.
Okay, and is that reflective of a daily fine
Correct.
of
The daily
$250
fine?
per day?
Correct. It's a daily fine from the date of the comply by date in the order of enforcement to the compliance
So
violation.
was that fence there for that long a period of time?
Yes,
Okay, because I believe what you just said was that you were traveling and you heard about this, that had just gone up, and then you got Matias to take care of it. So it sounded to me like it was up for like 10 days.
no,
The thing is, it was another contract, Regis Construction. And then
Yeah, but how long does it take to get $15,500 worth of fines? How long was it in that condition?
the fines ran from June 25th of June 26th, 2025 at $250 a day to August 27 when they were issued with the permit.
Right, but was that fine or was that violation is from that far back,
Violation was
right?
from before. The notice of violation was issued on March 10th.
Of,
I'm sorry, March 19 of 2025.
okay, so
the-
did you find out about this in March of 2025? Because you said, it made it sound like it just happened and you just took care of it with Matthias. So you say you came back and like, you must have had like a banker's box of mail on your front. Is that what you're saying? You're saying that nobody checked your mail for, how long were you gone for? A month and a half? So, I mean, so it was March and then when was up to when?
The order was,
The order enforcement was
May
May
14th.
2025.
and I would,
Okay.
So they came.
Okay, because that's June to August, right? August 27th. So that's June to July, August. That's 2 months,
62 days.
62 days. So, yeah, that doesn't,
$250.
it doesn't square with what you're saying. Because you're saying that you were gone for a month and a half and came back and took care of it immediately, but it seems like it took a lot longer than what you're saying. That this violation was known.
Problem with this contractor. And to be honest, I never knew that he installed that fence. And it's got call from the manufacturer who did the thing that I have to pay for that fence. That's why I noticed that he installed the fence. And as soon as, again, I heard that because I started involving what was happening in the house, I told my jet to just solve this problem.
So this is a new house construction that you're building, right? Like a spec house or something? Okay. So, I mean, it's not like you got your neighbors to talk to you because you're just,
has the violation fine and the admin fine been paid? Then why are they not in the total? Okay.
and your $1,000 that you're looking at is the time that you put into and also what, the length of the time of the fine? And during that time that those 62 days, there was no communications with the homeowner?
If you if you take a look at the fine reduction request and take a look at who the contractor was that did this, that contractor knows full well what our rules are here.
Got all kinds of,
It's not exactly this is not his first rodeo in Biscayne Park.
And honestly, like a contractor, I am, I'm an architect too. Like, if you're going to install a fence, you have to get your chop drawings, submit it to the city, get the permit. The contractor knows. The client was out of the city. He gave the contract to him just to resolve everything and do the new construction. And he did the things without his approval, knowledge, and
Do we have a motion reference the $100 offer?
I'll make a motion that we deny.
I'll second. All in favor?
aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
We used to pay $500. You said the previous case that you administered was 250. I understand this is a problem for you guys and also for me.
And
I understand. Since they paid the 500, maybe the board can consider that. Yes.
I'd like to, case number CE-25-195, to accept the property owner's offer of
$500.
Given that the fine and
Paid.
I'll second.
to be paid by, to be paid by December the 19th.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Gentlemen, go sit down. Thank you for coming
Fees,
in.
fees? Just go to the city tomorrow and pay the fees?
You seconded?
Yes, ma'am.
You have till December 19th, but better to do it sooner than later.
We'll send you.
What was that number?
6.5.
You're welcome.
Hi, hope your knee gets better.
Next item is under 8, Section 8, and it's item number 8.3. It's for the address 12022 Griffin Boulevard, case number CEN-24-190. When the property owner, Mr. Figueroa and Carmen Figueroa are here.
Ms. Figueroa, who doesn't want to come to the podium?
Took the oath, she's perfectly welcome.
They're here for a fine reduction. They were found to be in violation of Section 16.3 building permits. They had installed windows without first obtaining permits. Happy to report that they are now in compliance and an affidavit of compliance has been filed. The fine outstanding is at $68,000. Their offer is $680. Our recommendation is $1,000.
Well, this is the most generous offer that we had coming out of the box. I mean, there's got to be some credit for that.
So some credit for the fact that they included
God.
all the prosecution
I mean,
against their
you have made
contractor.
every effort. You have always been professional, followed through. This is amazing backup.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't even imagine how many hours that took.
I mean,
Yes, he paid.
Amazing back.
So the 250
Oh, for the record, though, I do need your name and your relationship to the property.
Bienvenido Figueroa, along with Carmen Figueroa, property owners.
Correct.
The admin fee first thing, back in January.
Yeah, we, upon receiving the violation, the very next day, we came and paid it. The same thing with the permit, upon getting the permit approved, we paid it the very next day.
and
Look, I'll be, first of all, I'm very sympathetic to when we started here, I didn't look at the board and the violation personnel kindly, to be honest with you. But I think I've grown to appreciate what you guys do, and I'm not gonna sit here and argue and insult you with negotiating $600 to $1,000. I'm okay with $1,000. So if that's what you're offering, let's just get it done. You guys have done enough. You've put up with us month after month, and you know that the pain and the woes. Coincidentally, the fine was $68,000. When we netted everything out, the contractor stole $69,000 from us. So we were like at the $1,000. Now it makes it all, you know, kind of round, 69. So
Did you get any of that back from?
no, there's no getting back. Unfortunately, look, even if you take somebody to court, we had a very good attorney who said to us, hire a new contractor and get your stuff done, because even if you get a judgment, it's an LLC, you'll never get money from them. So we bit the bullet and we just move forward. You know, you've seen permit after permit of the fans. Now we have a pool going on, the house paint, you know, so the pavers.
now we know why you fly all around and testify, because, you know, you got to pay for all this stuff now.
That's right.
The house is beautiful. It has.
Got to keep on that airplane. I'm telling you.
So the offer was at 650.
680.
680, I did 1% of the total outstanding fine.
I could just say that if I were, you know, I mean, this is a quasi judicial board. I remind our members of that, you know, from time to time. And when I get, you know, when I see something like this from a court document, it's, you know, with the exhibits and the manner in which you approached it, I was perfectly fine with the 680. But, you know, if you're going to make an,
I don't, contradict staff. You guys know that. But this gentleman, exactly that. A gentleman, professional, did everything we asked of him, followed through, gave us phenomenal documentation.
Yes. And paid the 250,
He-
so.
It's a respectable offer. I just don't have it heart to go above the 600.
No, well, and remember, they did pay the fine and the administrative fees.
Okay, so can I make a motion that we accept the offer?
Well, do we have to deny, I mean, you would,
He
you
offered
would, he
8,000.
already, but he already tennis amended it, so he needs to
Take it back?
withdraw that.
I think the offer is in the writing.
Yeah, it's in
that
writing.
was in the
Here.
documented one here, the original.
All right.
It's been in- but
Okay.
yep.
CEN 24-190, I would recommend that, I make a motion to recommend that we accept
Except what?
the $650.
80.
80.
$680 to be paid by December 19th.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You should have got the savings spent. We helped you out a little bit. You don't have to work as hard.
I
you
know.
know?
Thank you all. I really, really appreciate it.
The third Wednesday of every month.
I know, I was gonna say, you're welcome just to come and join.
Well, you want me to violate something, so this I have to be?
What you can do is you can join the board. We haven't.
Yeah, there you go.
Proud me, like you end up in that.
We have an opening for an alternate on our board. We've never had someone.
I'll consider it. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. I really, really appreciate everybody. It goes without saying, Doreen, I think we started off in the wrong foot, so my apologies.
Without Carmen, it would be very
Rafael.
different.
And Vanessa, every time I saw your emails, I will get irritated. Now I get your emails like, oh, it's cool. It's Vanessa.
Doreen
It's like
again.
his farewell speech. I mean, he's been with you guys for so long. He's like, to you, I got to thank you.
I think I'll be the happiest person living here paying a fine, so.
And as a code officer, I'm very happy to drive by your property. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And
Thank you,
I look forward to seeing you around town. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, you're next. Wait, you
Ex-
have-
Next item is in section 6 and it's 6.7. It's for the address 11800 Northeast 8th Avenue. It's case number CE 25-0427. Property owner is Pavlo Drobensov. I don't want to murder your name, sir.
No.
So,
Hi, my name is Pablo Drobensov.
let me just finish.
Second, sir.
1 second.
We have to present the case and then I'll ask some questions.
We're here asking for an intent to lien. They were found to be in violation of section 16.14.1 double fee permits. They had a garage door that was installed without first obtaining permits from the building department. The permit, they have applied, but is still in review. The building department has asked for documents. The fine as of today is at $10,750, and we have filed an affidavit of noncompliance.
Wasn't the homeowner here before? And this is the special fancy door that he's trying to figure out how to get the drawing?
That's correct.
Guys don't mind looking at it.
We have pictures but the drawings would mean nothing to us. That's
Just to go to the
design.
design.
I have a question because I spoke to multiple engineers. So in order to, because this was done by a licensed engineer from Georgia, but not in Florida. He would do it because it's a family member. Here I spoke with multiple people. I have 3 proposals to get it approved, but the cost is quite a lot. the previous door used to have hurricane shutters, which I still have on the property. The Miami-Dade approved shutters. Would like to ask you guys if I would install back the hurricane shutters screws, keep them, I mean, not me, contractor, obviously, keep them there to comply with the code and we call for inspection, because that was one of the suggestions of the engineer. Because he said, I mentioned, I'm like, look, I still have old shutters at the property. The Miami-Dade approved.
Okay, that kind of sort of has to go to planning and design. That has nothing to do with us. We're here for the code violation that you did it without the permit and that the fines are accruing and the fines will continue to accrue until you're in compliance.
Like to stop the daily fine, and because he's working with planning and design.
Okay.
And then once you've resolved that issue, come before us for a fine reduction.
Okay,
Once you get the
understood.
resolved.
You applied
It's
for
one thing.
I applied for one thing, but now I will, I guess, try to apply for
I'm
different.
supportive 100% of stopping the daily fines, but I think we need to set a deadline. And then the daily fines have to kick back if that deadline is not met. So, if you
Yeah, yeah, I was
Now that
thinking,
I've
I was
seen your
thinking,
motion.
no, what, I hadn't formulated one yet, but I was thinking at the end of January, because that would give 2 months.
Makes sense.
Because I know if he's gonna be presenting something different,
Yeah.
then it's gonna take a little bit, and that's the whole thing. So
sense.
that gives you about 3 or 4 opportunities to go before P and Z. So on this, on case number CE-25-0427, that the property owner is attempting to comply with having the garage door come into compliance with the codes and to stop the daily fine as of today, November the 19th, and to have a fully issued permit by January the 31st of 2026. If not, the daily fines will resume and the
January
village should
31st
get.
is a Saturday.
Okay, well, still it's January 31st.
I'll second.
Put it Friday, the village is not gonna go by anyway. They can go by on Monday.
You got it.
Well, it's just the end of the month.
I'll second.
I already did.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any
Who
opposed?
seconded?
I did.
Motion passes 5-0.
Okay,
So
thank you
you-
very much, everyone.
Good luck.
31st to secure a proper permitting. Right now, the daily fines stop as of today.
much.
But they will start
I
again
understood.
if it's not done by now.
Understood.
And again, once it's in full compliance and everything's taken care of with the city, you can come back like the other people you saw and we can go for a fine reduction.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Right, good night.
Thank you.
Next item is 6.1 in old business, section 6 of the agenda. The address is 719 Northeast 114th Street. It's for case number CE 25-0738, owned by Land Trust Service Corporation Trust, number 721114. We're asking for an intent to lien for an abatement fine of $75. They were found to be in violation of section 8.4.1 B1, overgrown grass, weeds, brush.
What color? No. What color is the Tesla? No, mine's blue.
Dark blue?
But I'm not in a handicap spot.
Thank you.
The neighbors across the
Any questions?
I didn't finish. An affidavit of non-compliance has been filed. This violation was issued in September. We did reach out to the property owner who is based in Asia, but we did not receive a response. So we went ahead and had the Public Works Department clean the property, and it cost the village $75, and we're asking the board to lien the property for this amount.
If there are no questions, I'd like to make a motion then on case number CE-25-0738, to affirm or to direct the village to lien the property for $75 plus a $250 administrative fee and the applicable filing fee.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next item, 6.2. Address is 930 Northeast 119th Street. It's for case number CE-25-0606 for Hubert Lejeune. We're asking for an intent to lien. They were found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1F. The tower roof is dirty. The fines have run up to $9,000 as of today, which includes the $500, $250, $250 that was assessed. We have since filed an affidavit of noncompliance.
What was the last thing you just said?
Sorry?
What's the last thing you just said? I didn't hear it.
We have filed an affidavit of noncompliance.
Okay.
Nothing from the property owners.
Raphael? No, we haven't heard from the property owners.
No questions? I'd like to make a motion in case number CE-25-0606 to direct the village to move to lien the $9,000 plus $250 administrative fee and applicable filing fees.
I'll second.
Second.
Second from Judy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
I'd like to add that the fine will continue to run at $250 a day until compliance.
The fine continues.
Yes.
Although I would once again say, as a conversation for another day, a daily fine, and, this guy's got $9,000 because he had a dirty roof. I mean, I think there's got to be a limit on that, but that's a conversation for another day in another department, I think.
But the fact that somebody doesn't even bother to come in to address the issue and deal with it, I don't understand.
I don't either.
The
I mean,
owners
that's
always have the opportunity to come and have the fines reduced.
true. I mean, it didn't reflect in my vote, the fact that I think that it should be changed because of what Judy just said, but it still, doesn't really hit right.
Next item is 6.3 for the same address, case number CE-25-0611 for the same property owner. We're asking for an intent to lien. They've been renting this property without registering as a landlord
How do we know that?
because they are tenants. Oh, Raphael, go ahead. You have no microphone?
I have a question though. Are both sides of the duplex rented? Okay, and I noticed that this is a homesteaded property, just for the record.
Oh.
That, I don't know what we're doing about these things, but it is taking money from the village in a homesteaded property and in a duplex and not paying liens.
That really is a serious discussion that needs to be had
Yes.
at the commission and with the manager.
And with the attorney.
He tends to be very slow in doing anything, but we're just every meeting
We have.
finding at least one.
We have
Least
opened the conversation. The manager and I have met about this, and we will go ahead and get a meeting with the property appraiser to see how we can go forward. And the reason is this particular law is enforced by the county, not by the village. But we would be able to provide them with information like this. But we just need to know the process.
It's a significant revenue law.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raphael, I just want to make sure, you took the oath at the beginning, right, as well? Okay, good. I just want to make sure that because we took testimony from him. That's all right. I just want to make sure.
Um,
I was gonna keep you honest.
If there are no questions, further questions, I'd like to go ahead and make a motion on case number CE-25-0611. Direct the village to proceed with the move to lien for $12,500 as of November 19th, plus $250 admin fee and the applicable filing fees.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. And the daily fines, of course, continue.
Continue.
Yes, and the daily fines continue.
The next item is 6.6. It's for the address 11401 Northeast 8th Court. Case number CE-25-0015. Property appraiser information is protected under Chapter 119 of the Florida statutes. We are requesting to amend the order of enforcement dated February 12, 6.6. Oh, we need to do, okay, we will do this one and then go back. We can go back. Yes. So we are requesting to amend the order of enforcement dated February 12, 2025 to add an administrative cost, a violation fine, and a daily fine commencing on the date of the order. And the reason for that is this property has been declared unsafe, as you all are aware. We are getting ready to get an order of demolition, and we would need to recover some of the cost, almost all the cost, in order for the village to cover all the expenses that have gone into adjudicating this case.
That the night we heard this was, if it's going to unsafe structures, where's the fine going to go, et cetera?
Right, they issue the order to demolish,
Thank
but
you
they
for
don't add the
doing
fine.
that.
Who issued that? The order to demolish?
The unsafe structure board for the county.
For the county did.
It looks like it's already been demolished. It looks like a bomb was dropped in it.
Okay.
I,
There are no further questions. I'll make the motion. In the case of CE-25-0015, violation has occurred. Assess a fine of $250, an admin fee of $250, and a daily fine that will commence retroactively to February 12, 2025.
I'll second.
In favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. The next item is in new business. Oh, I'm sorry. We are still in old business, 6.4. Vanessa will not let me leave this case. Thank you, Vanessa.
Wondering, but
What is it, 6.1?
6.4.
It's 6.4, and it's for the address 10910 Northeast 9th Court. The case number is CE-24-0114. Property owner is the Prime Realty Network LLC in care of their registered agent Garcia Alfonso Rafael D. We're asking for an we were going to ask for an intent to lien for the amount of $250. However, I'm happy to report that they are now in compliance. They paid the fine.
Was this a house that was owned by that guy that didn't know how to use a computer with the driveway initially? And
No, is it?
It's on 9th Court, but I thought this, okay.
Can I go to 7.5?
looks like they've done a lot of nice work on the house, too. Right?
It needed it.
Wow.
So on case number if there are no questions, I'd like to make a motion on case number CE-24-0114 that the fine has been paid and to close the case.
Second.
Michael, you second?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
The next case is 7.5.
7-5?
7.5, under 7.5. And the address is 11315 Northeast 9th Court. Case number is CE 25-0807. Property owner is PRB P4 LLC in care of the registered agent R.A. Rondon Alvarez Law PLLC. We are asking for an order of enforcement in this case. They have been found to be in violation of section 18.5.6 construction fence requirements. The gates of this particular property have been left open and unlocked on several occasions. We have reached out to the property owner, spoken with him, verbal courtesy, but they keep repeating this violation, leaving the gate open. We have received several complaints from the Director of Parks and Recreation, Issa Thornell. Every time he finds the gate open, he gives us a call, reports. I've gone there myself and closed the gate. And the reason I do this is because this gate is right across from the park, and we have kids playing, and it's a dangerous situation for the kids. So what I do is every time he calls, I just drive by, or Code Officer Raphael drives by and close the, yeah. We close for safety. However, we would like to put this on the record that they've been in violation several times, have an order of enforcement. So when it occurs again, we will consider it a repeat offense.
And let me just ask a question. So you made contact with the owner? What do they say?
He gives excuses. Oh, we'll lock it tomorrow. I suspect there's squatters going into the property because sometimes he locks it. He locked it when I was there, and then the next day it was open. So
It's an actual lock?
it's an actual lock.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't work? I'm sorry.
You better go buy a new lock. It's gonna be cheaper.
If there are no,
Oh, the permits have expired?
It's on here. I'm just reading from.
Right, it's a, you wrote that. Permits expired. You wrote it on her.
well, what permit would that be?
Is
For the fence or?
Yes. It's a construction site, it's an empty lot. So the fence permit probably is expired because it's been empty for a while. And
He's gotta
we'll
reapply?
follow up on that.
The, just for my edification, the, construction fit permit, it lasts for 6 months?
It lasts for 6 months, and they have to have building permits open for them to be able to leave the construction fence on.
Like Sixth Avenue has been there for 3 or 4 or 5 years.
He has building permits. He discovered how he could keep that fence, so he
At
has.
some point, do we, Zip, you need to do something,
Now, if they have
not renew it?
If they have building permits that are in review, my hands are tied as in code. I really can't do anything. It's in the hands of the building department.
Up in discussion.
Yes, so I have something else.
The ones that, the empty lots that I find that have no building permits, I've had them remove the fence. So, an example is the one on Griffin. They had to remove the fence.
Beautiful. All right, on case number CE-25-0807, that the violation has occurred, assess a fine of $250 plus an administrative cost fee of $250.
A second.
All in favor?
Pay by
Aye.
date?
Daily fine to be paid.
No, daily fine, to pay by date.
Oh, pay by, I'm sorry, pay by December 19th.
Okay, Judy, you second?
No, Mike.
Michael seconded.
Just then go home.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
This motion passes 5-0.
The next item is 7.1 in new business. And it's for the address 683 Northeast 117th Street. It's for case number CE-25-0725. The property owners are CHGM Holdings LLC in care of their registered agent, Cesar Hernandez. We are asking for an order of enforcement. They have been found to be in violation of section 16.15.2. They have been registered as landlords. We checked the system today. There is no registration.
Raphael, is Raphael gonna tell us that,
Raphael,
all that?
Please testify. Did, when? That they haven't paid? No. Is this compliant? I don't know why it doesn't.
They haven't paid.
So then they don't have a permit.
We checked it, we checked it. Is that
Yeah.
the man with the credit card of right? No, that's not him.
So what's the testimony, Raphael? And I got a couple questions. So what are you saying? Is there a permit applied for or no?
He applied yesterday, but he hasn't paid yet. So the application is incomplete as of today.
All right. I had another question. And what did you do to determine that this was a rented property? And it is apparently a homesteaded property. So does the owner live on one of the sides? Okay, so, and you went to the unit like the last one and you saw tenants there? Okay.
Did it sell recently? Because once again, they have a very large exemption. Okay.
This is not just homestead, it's
683
three
on
home
117?
senior one. Here, take a look.
That's why I said it has a very large exemption.
You know-
But regardless, if there are no other questions, I'd like to make a motion on case number CE-25-0725, that the property is in violation, assess a fine of $250 plus administrative fee of $250 to have a fully issued permit, a landlord permit by, could you have,
December 1, can you do it?
I was gonna say December 3rd. December 3rd or 250, wait 1 second, sir, or $250 fine thereafter.
I'll second.
Apologize, Gerald, for the confusion. 250,
But
until the 3rd.
Could you please repeat the motion? We missed some parts.
Can I ask a question before you do?
Yeah, I believe you second.
Yeah.
Okay. all in-
Doreen, well, no, I had a question before the motion. Doreen, if you had paid the $40, what would your recommendation have been?
To close the case?
Well, would it have been? Because this has been in the notice of violation was, there was a fine, there is something that they were in violation.
They were in violation, and it's up to the board. I mean, the board can either close the case, we would recommend to close the case, but the board can assess fees and find that the violation occurred.
Oh, but he applied yesterday, but just hasn't paid the $40.
That's correct.
But if he would have paid yesterday with the permit, then they would have recommended to close the case.
Right, but he could have,
But it's been since November, I mean, September, all of September, all of October,
Mhm.
half of November. That's 2.5 months. And the day before the hearing. But anyway, that's my motion. I mean, because they still haven't paid. They applied and hadn't paid, because you could have
And-
applied and pay at the same time.
And landlords before that are notified 2 months before we issue a violation that they need to register as landlords.
We had a case like that last month, that he had filed, I think it was back in January.
Mhm.
Right.
Oh.
Can't go by filing.
No.
We don't with regular permits.
Correct.
no.
So to repeat my motion, if a violation had occurred, assess a fine of $250, administrative fee of $250, obtain a fully issued landlord and paid for landlord registration by December the 3rd, or $250 per day thereafter.
Judy second, I believe.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Next item is 7.2. It's for the address 985 Northeast 115th Street. It's case number CE 25-0539. And the property owner's name is Rogelio A. Rodriguez and Romina Veronica de Gobi. We're asking for an order of enforcement in this case. They're found to be in violation of section 11.9.3, swimming pool protective perimeter fence. They have swimming pool gates that do not have a functioning latch or lock, and the gate swings open, creating a safety issue. The property owner, if you remember, was the gentleman that owns a property that he had rented, and then the renter was subleasing as a short-term rental. He managed to kick her out of the property. The property is now vacant. However, I insisted to the officer who issued the violation, had to leave, Raphael had to leave, that because of the safety issue, I still wanted this case to come before the board. The property owner is out of the country, and it's vacant. There's no one at the house.
Or it's stained or something.
The swimming pool latch. Is it a new fence, Raphael? Or was the date? Yes? Did we issue for the new fence, or we only issued for the latch? Oh.
But did he have a permit for the new gate?
He replaced some panels on the. He replaced panels on the gate. Is that what happened? Gate.
With no permit?
Oh.
Could we just maybe, get something on this and then maybe
This,
discuss?
we can issue, yeah, we can issue a violation for the fence if the permit is not issued. It's being in review? Or the permit is in review for the, okay, so we
Situation still exists. There's no proper latching mechanism.
no.
That lovely gap is still there.
No, well, I see that, but my question, I believe, and you can answer this, with the new gate and fence, has at least the issue of access to the backyard resolved? Because I see it has a lock now.
Yes.
So they were in violation way back in
July
July 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And when did the lock go into place? Because this picture is not date.
There's no date on it. Why is there no date on?
Yeah, at all.
There's a couple pictures that had no date on.
Who took the pictures? You, Raphael?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But he has testimony that he took the pictures when? It was this week. This week. This week. This week.
What about the gap that shows on that one picture?
That's an old picture.
That's the old.
The old.
That's the old gate?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's now been
gotcha.
resolved with the new one, so the issue's resolved. But, well,
Gotcha.
yeah.
But it
Thank you.
looks like they did a.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, sorry.
So they got a permit and they complied with perimeter?
They don't have.
don't
a
have-
permit.
They don't have a permit. But it's under I thought we did, something was under
That's
review.
another problem.
Yeah,
No?
they applied. They did not get a permit.
That's not the issue before us.
That's not this.
No. All that's before us is right now was the issue of the swimming pool, the fence not being secure.
And
And now it's resolved, but it took from July until last Friday.
well, that's when he took the picture.
Well,
Raphael, let me ask you a question. Between July and last Friday, when you took this picture, do you know what, when this fence was in the condition that you took it on Friday? Like, how long has it been like that? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so it hasn't been a couple months. Okay.
what now?
The gate.
Since the fence was in that new condition.
Yeah, so it was July, August, September, October. Yeah, 4 months.
And so in those 4 months, there was access to the pool, whether it be by a dog or a little kid? Okay.
That the violation was issued when the tenant who was subleasing as a vacation rental was still on the property.
Motion.
Yeah, because this is, I'm gonna make the standard motion. I know it has a pool thing, but there's a lot of
Issues.
So I'm going to simplify the latch and the lock. So on case number CE-25-0539,
Making them, okay. Yes, they are agreeing with it.
yeah, we agree with that. Yeah.
We're
Yep.
gonna go back to the other
It's
issues
compliant.
of permits and all afterwards.
Okay, and case number CE-25-0539, that a violation had occurred, is now in compliance and assesses a fine of $250 and an administrative fee of $250.
To be paid by?
Pay by December 19th.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's 5-0.
The next case is wait, okay. Seven- It's 7.4. I'm gonna make you laugh. It's for the address 10921-23 Northeast 9th Court. And it's for case number CE-25-0868 for Jonathan Lopez. We are asking the board to close this case. We spoke with Mr. Lopez today, and he confirmed that this property is not being rented. He lives on both sides of the duplex. Raphael went there and confirmed it. And Linda.
In CE 25-0868, violation has not occurred, so case should be dismissed and closed.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
7.7? 7.6. The next case is 7.6. And we are going to ask Board Member Judy Hammelberg to recuse herself on this case. She reported this violation.
I think you actually have to leave the actual dais, like I had to that one time that I had the conflict.
Be loud. Yes.
We'll let you know when you can come back.
The address is 11601 Northeast 10th Avenue. The case number is CE 25-06-0896. Property owner is Miguel G. Negrete and Vanina Sorrell. We were going to ask for an order of enforcement on this case. They were found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1B, property maintenance, They needed to trim and remove the overgrowth of vegetation on the east side of the property along 116th Street. We are happy to report that they are now in compliance.
And just for my own edification, what,
Correct.
Stop sign on 116.
Yes.
oh, okay, so that's what it was. It was blocking the stop sign.
You didn't know there.
Please call Judy back. Oh, no,
Yeah.
they haven't voted.
There are no questions. I'll make a motion. In CE 25-0896, there was a violation, but the property owner has come into compliance. Close the case.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
Next case is 7.7. It's for the address 1210 Northeast 120th Terrace. It's for case number CE 25-0686. Property owner is L&A Northeast Properties, Inc., in care of Property Inc., Anthony Wright, in care of the registered agent, Jeffrey Feinberg. We were going to ask for an order of enforcement in this case. They were found to be in violation of section 16.15.2. They did not register as a landlord. They now have, we are happy to report that they have now complied. And as of this evening,
They paid for it too,
they paid for it.
but this was done way back in August.
Correct.
Notice of violation.
He was out of the country, and as soon as he came back, he paid for, well, he came back and paid today.
Give the guy a break. He's out of the country. Paid. I could be in that boat someday.
Looking at it, hopefully, I'm going to soon be in that boat too, out of the country, but I don't know if I could stay away that long, August, September, October, November.
But 2.5 months.
Unless it's in, no, I can't do Italy
And he paid for next year, just to make sure he doesn't miss.
Well, if there are no questions, I'd like to make a motion on case number CE-25-0686, that the property was in violation, is now in compliance, and to close the case.
I'll second.
Favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Next item is 7.8. It's for the same address and same property owner. The case number is CE-25-0687. We were going to ask for an order of enforcement. However, the property owner is asking for a 60-day continuance in this case, found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1F, property maintenance. The roof was observed to have discoloration affecting 50% of its surface and several loose tiles.
Is it tile? I can't really tell.
Tile? Tile, yes.
Like asbestos,
Plate,
clay tile,
clay tiles.
it looks
Concrete, are those concrete tiles? Yes,
like just regular.
concrete tiles. He's asking for 60 days so he can have, what he had said was he would like to replace the roof, and his insurance company is not cooperating with him, so he would like to ask for the 60 days so he can put some money together to replace the roof.
I don't have a problem with the 60 extension at all. But I have found that when we group extensions and don't at least assess the initial violation, there is no sense of urgency. And then we end up hearing those cases again and having
Yeah.
to visit.
And then,
I would like to at least put the violation fine. Then we can give him 60, give him 90 if you like, but I want something there
Yes.
that gives a sense of urgency.
I agree. And in fact, I was gonna, because I saw that he had put in for, his written statement.
correct.
Asking for an extension.
Mhm.
And I thought it was gonna be well worth our time to give him an extension.
Yeah, I mean,
And I had actually put, Janie's probably gonna make the motion, but I was thinking, yeah, I was gonna do an administrative fee and the fine and give them to a set date and then start to assess a daily fine.
Okay.
Because at that point, they could come in prior to that date and ask
Time.
for an extension.
Right.
But if they don't have anything done by a certain date, then
Should we-
start.
Is everyone comfortable with January 30th?
Yes. That's a Friday.
Wow. Yeah, there's an appointment.
Weekend.
Just so you know, it's a Friday.
Okay. Give me a second.
Like to make a motion?
Yes, I will. Okay, in the case of CEN-25-0687, a violation has occurred. Assess the fine of $250, $250 admin fee. Give the property owner until January 30th to come into compliance by pulling a proper permit, or else a $250 daily fine starts on the 31st.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
The next item is in section 8. Who was the second in the last case?
Me.
Judy. Item 8.1 is for the address 11095 Griffin Boulevard. Address is, yeah, that. And then the case number is CE-25-0478 for Alton 8 LLC in care of the registered agent, Ron Tuxi. I would ask the board to move this case to the December hearing as the property owner is not present, and asking for a reduction when you're not present is correct.
But it's a chain link fence that was installed.
Yes, they were
They
found,
allow him to keep a chain link fence?
they got approved for a new wire fence.
Really?
It was for swimming pool protection, was it?
I thought we weren't allowed to have that in the front.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Wire fence? Chain link or what? But you say wire fence in here.
Sure looks like chain link to me.
Because,
This isn't in the front of the property.
no, it's not. It looks like it is.
Side street on 111th, isn't it?
Oh,
But if it's visible from the side street, I'm not sure you can still have it.
I don't know.
I happen to have it, but that's
6 feet.
mine, yeah, mine is too, and it's buried in the bushes.
I don't, I
Not
mean,
too.
again, I don't
Oh.
know if that would be for us, but
Mhm.
I mean,
Cherry.
Yes, it was approved and I will, and the permit was issued. I will question why. I'll be happy to go back and ask them.
Ordinance, a little bit about
Chain-
wire fences. It's got some weird things in certain areas yet, still
I
okay.
remember.
So if they approved it, it is what it is.
They should be a height restriction as well. It's very high, yes. But it was approved. I will go back and look into this. I mean, it's happened before where something gets approved and then we go back and see that. They may have approved it at 4 feet. We'll look back, we'll look into
is there a
this.
reason that the property owner's not present?
We didn't get any communication as to why. She had said she would come to the hearing when she applied for reduction, but she hasn't made it.
I don't have a problem with extending it. I don't have a problem with denying it also because it was here and present, and if they want to, if
yeah,
they want to,
that's an
they can resubmit an offer.
Good idea.
What offer did they make?
500.
500.
I mean, because we keep bringing this back.
Right, what's the point?
I mean, we have this here tonight. You did all of this paperwork,
Yeah.
and for what reason?
I agree. Gil, if you'd like to make a
Sure.
motion.
On case number CE-25-0478, that the property owner was advised, provided notice, and the fine reduction offer of $500, make a motion to deny.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Who seconded?
I did.
Judy. I believe we are on to minutes.
Those were all the cases we brought before the board tonight. I would like to just point out that 5.1 was not put on the record. It's a change we had to make. We were requesting to amend the order for that case that was heard for fine reduction. There was, oh, for intent to lien, I'm sorry. It was heard for intent to lien, section .2. Previous order had the wrong section, and we would like to make the correction to, from section 16.14.1 WP permits to 8.4.3.1 F property maintenance.
What is this?
6.2. Now it's a previous order that we need to amend.
We already heard?
Correct, for intent to lien.
Yeah, that's the fine reduction? Yeah.
No, this is not fine reduction. This is the
It's the intent to lien, 6.2.
Yeah, it came at the same time, the intent to lien, right?
Oh,
Not with the,
Six, how are we supposed to?
okay.
Blank.
Vanessa send that?
yeah, it was there. First, it was a intent to lien, and then they submitted a fine reduction here
Oh.
that, that we
6.2.
approved.
No.
No, well, anyway, we settled.
This
Settle that
was
one.
intent to lien.
Right.
But
Right.
anyway.
Right. Yes.
Seven, 1160.
No, 930, not, it's 119, 6.2.
What is the issue?
We were asking to amend the order of enforcement. There was an error in the section that was recorded in the order.
Oh,
I have to say we are doing this retroactively because the chairperson has already signed the amended order. We just had to put it on the record. The September order of enforcement,
they want to amend it to
the right section.
state the, correct section that was cited. The amended notice has already been signed,
Right.
but you want the original? Wait a minute,
Yes.
I don't, simplify it for us?
Oh, so we typed the order, the corrected order, and sent it to the chairperson for her signature. However, we wanted to put it on the record during the hearing that we were asking for this order to be amended.
list of what I have to catch before I sign.
Here's how you sign it.
Folio number.
Minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry, correct. Thank you. Okay, in the case of PE-25-0606, I make a motion to amend the order of enforcement from double fee permit to property maintenance.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Okay, is everybody, are we good to go to the minutes?
Yep.
Okay. Has everybody had a chance to read them?
Yep.
Any questions, comments, corrections?
Well, only because sometimes I get confused at usually who seconds on 6.10. Who's, did y'all, do your records reflect the correct, person who's seconded? Was it Judy or Michael? I had, Michael. Okay. I'm fine with that. I know sometimes,
They say it at the same time.
yes, and,
Right.
and sometimes it's very quiet.
Pick Judy,
Okay,
because we like her more.
okay.
Michael.
It's okay. It's okay.
And then on 7.2 was basically the same thing, whether it was Janie or Dale, and it doesn't really matter, but I just wanted to make sure about it.
Yep. So it was Michael Janey. We have Michael Janey on 7.2.
7.2, yeah. So, yeah, for the second, was it, okay, Janie? Yeah, I know what y'all have. I had Dale, but, no. Did anybody do
had
that?
himself.
Anybody else have?
I remembered as being Mike,
Yeah, I do too.
but I didn't write it.
You know what? If y'all had heard Janie, and we may have said it about the same time, okay? Because, sometimes Janie's a little loud and overtalks me.
That never happened. Yeah,
All right, then if that's it,
we're good.
yeah, could I make a motion that we accept the minutes of October the 15th?
I'll second.
In favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
We have a couple quick discussion items.
Please.
I just want clarification, like, I've seen some driveways that have been removed. I mean, they're down, they've been cut out and everything, and it's been going on for over a year. First, what, they can keep reapplying for their permit?
Unfortunately, the way FBC has been written, as long as their permit is current, code can't go there and do anything unless there's a safety issue
Yeah, well, there is a safety issue.
because it's dug out.
Yeah, on most, well, most all the streets do not have walkways. And I know there's one where, I walk on Griffin and,
Yeah.
and I
We dug it out and,
on that one, but, well, not fallen, like I had to step off.
oh,
So
that's bad.
I had to step off because I didn't realize,
There was a,
I should have known because I walk by it all the time. I was just wondering, how long does this go on?
yeah, as long as they're renewing their permit and it's making sense to the building department, they may be under review for something. We really can't do anything. However, I can mention it to the building official,
Yeah,
um,
because for yeah, it's going on 2 or
over a year. They can limit.
That the building official wanted us to institute things in such a way that work needed to be completed by the.
In a certain period of time, yeah.
About how we would have our daily fine and if we come into compliance, there'd be no daily fine, but if they didn't, finish the project by the end of the permit, the daily fine would kick in
Would
again.
continue.
It was something along that line that we talked.
That's for cases that have a violation, but for people that are just doing a driveway and they apply for a permit and the permit is sitting there for 1 year and they keep renewing it and they've done, like the property near your place there, it took a long time because there was a dispute between the contractor and the property owner. And
Yeah.
they had dug out the driveway and it was sitting like that for a very long time.
But they don't have a permit yet.
Those people don't have a permit?
No, I don't know.
Oh, they did have a permit.
They have a permit before it gets approved by P and Z?
No,
So,
P&Z is the first stage.
right. Oh, so now it's with the building. Okay.
And it goes under building review, so it's several reviewers. If they find something missing, they send for paperwork and back and forth, and like the Cohen situation, they are discussing, and there my hands are tied. I can't get in between what they're doing for building.
Right.
However, if there's a safety issue, I can go to the building official and mention it. Do you have the address?
If-
But where the driveway has been dug out?
Driveway's been dug out a long time.
What's the address? 11440 Griffin, okay.
And
Okay, I'll inspect the property and then I'll reach out to the building official.
I was only thinking because I see it in other parts, I've seen
Yeah.
the same thing, and I'm going, yeah, but I don't walk all over the village,
Yeah.
so.
It's true. Driveways are expensive, so they take a long time. Some people have run out of money. It's different in every situation, but
I hear you.
we'll follow up and
Speaking
find out what's going on.
Speaking of construction fences needing active permits, there's one at about 120th and 11th Place
On
on the west side.
oh, I've issued a violation for that. I have, for the overgrowth, for the building. They don't have building plans, so I have a violation for that.
Mm.
I haven't received
That's
her.
still common too, apparently. Any other questions?
I would like to ask Raphael before we close out. When you set up that wire for the future, if you could run it along the beam a little bit so it's not in the face of the people who are trying.
Oh, that's not Raphael, that's the computer people. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I moved the podium. I almost ripped the darn thing out, so they saved me.
And they have instructed us to not touch it, to leave it as it is. It was literally special instructions, don't touch it. But we did.
Yep. Annie got up there and just,
Raphael is gonna get me in trouble.
I want to publicly.
I didn't hear that. Did you turn that off?
I just want to publicly say one more thing. Staff, you guys are always amazing, but Vanessa and Doreen, particularly this week, because there was a lot of back and forth we had on one of the agenda items that I felt needed more backup to give more context. There were some things to correct. You guys were amazing. You were spot on, professional, very patient, and thank you.
I will second that
Oh.
compliment, and
Yes.
yes,
How about a motion to adjourn?
Third it.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Time